start recording. We're going to assume the audio's fine, because why wouldn't it be? OBS, you're getting all of this? Yeah.
Let's go to the gun, come on, monsters bring it on. It's time to make it fun, it's time to make it right. I said it, let's go to the gun, nothing can stop us. And you know we're gonna make it right, we're gonna make it whole. There are all sorts of stands, come take my hand. Let's overspend, on demand. There is nothing you can do. Let me become your stand, number one fan. This is our chance, there's no romance. There is nothing you can do to me. Monster, 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 monster. Yeah. I'm a nerd, I'm a weeb, everybody club with me. Monster, 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 monster. Yeah. I'm a weirdo, I'm a geek, come with me, we'll feel complete. Monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel all the time. Monster is the way you feel, monster is the way you feel all the time, all the time.
Sorry, the music's just so good. So good. I forgot to share the screen because I was too busy jamming. But alright, can you see Kendra?
Yes.
Can you hear Kendra?
I can hear.
Alright. We love technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Alright, so, I'm gonna ask you this one more time. Kendra, what's your experience with the Monster Prom franchise?
I played it in high school, the first one, and only the first one, and that's it.
Alright, well, there are more, because this is the 4th installment. Monster Camp?
What?
Yeah, crazy. Monster Camp was really cool. I liked it a lot. I think, like, Monster Prom set the bar, and then, Monster Camp went, like, solidly above that bar. They did a really good job with it. The third game, Monster Road Trip, fucking hated it. Because they just made it into a resource management game. It was just, like, stressful, and no matter how hard you were trying at, like, being protective of your resources, you just, like, it was really hard to do. It wasn't even that, like, enjoyable or rewarding. So did not like that one. And no, it's not just because they stopped, like, they took the dating aspect out of it, which they didn't entirely. There were, like, certain ways that you could romance one of the other people who was on the road trip with you, but it wasn't guaranteed. That's not what I'm mad about. It's just the resource management was not fun at all. But I have high hopes for this. Very high hopes. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of characters you're not gonna know. I'm gonna do the best I can to give you their introductions. Because, like, on the screen here, Zoe, you might know her because she was DLC from the very first game. She was paired with Calculester for the DLC. Calculester voiced by well-known gaming YouTuber Jacksepticeye. Shout out, Jack. But anyway, Zoe, it makes sense that she's on the cover for this because her whole thing is that she's an eldritch god, but she doesn't care about that. She just cares about her nerd stuff. And so, like, she's got a cult, and she's like, guys, I just want to watch anime. Is that so hard? And I think it's very, very telling that, Zoe is the only one I've ever been able to successfully romance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's gonna be audio delay, I think. This game is doing a number on, I think, just my PC in general. Oof, yeah, that ping is bad.
Word.
So yeah, audio delays. Sorry, it's gonna be a little awkward. I don't feel like editing. But yeah, let's hop into it. Tutorials. Yes on voices. 2 players. Yeah, we'll do a short game for the sake of my PC. Kendra, you still seeing okay?
Word.
Alright.
Yeah.
Spooky Con. For some, it was just a nerdy convention. But for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. But here, we could finally feel like, no matter who we were, we belonged. Alright. I will take player 1. We've got our base 4 characters. Blue, green, red, yellow. This is usually who I play as. Usually. And I might just, but I did also get our lovely DLC characters. We've got Damien. We've got Shop Lady, whose name I can never remember. I can't remember her full name. Oh my god, no. Discord. Kendra. Kendra, are you there?
Return.
Yay. But yeah, we've got, I just call her Avi. I know her name's longer than that. I just call her Avi. She was in the first game.
Yeah, I recognized her.
Monster Hunter. And then we have Milo from the second game. They're Grim Reaper, non-binary, which is why I like them so much. If you watch, their eyes, the heart on their chest, and their nails will change color depending on their mood.
Oh, cute.
But yeah, so they're an influencer, kind of a bitch, but like kind of cunty about it. Like, I would not date someone like that normally, but Milo's a fun character. I think I'm just gonna do my classic though and take yellow.
Yeah.
I forgot their names. Shout out Oz. Yes, I will be... And...
I love the con.
Alright. Kendra, who will you be?
I want to be Frankenstein girl. She's my favorite.
That's so real. Alright, should I just put in Kendra, or do you want to be something else?
Yeah, just put in Kendra.
And what pronouns would you like?
I could stick with she. She's fine.
Alright.
I've got my cosplay ready.
But as dreamy as Spooky Con was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after-party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless
yeah.
deity and harbinger of destruction to author of renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
No.
Doug Campbell. Campbell. That's how you say that, Campbell. A kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Doug was introduced in the second game. I remember that, but I didn't get to interact with him in my run. Omen. 25, probably? An evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Okay, I did not realize Omen was a woman. Might be.
She's very cool.
She is.
Strangling the next
Strangling
person?
Nico Sharp, 22. An over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. Interesting. Also, we have a new non-binary character. I don't know if there
Nico
were...
is very fun looking.
Yeah. I don't know if there were any non-binary characters added in Monster Road Trip. I just know that there was Milo in the second one. I don't recall any in the third one, but there could have been. And then, last but not least, April. April 1st. That's even better. Her name's April 1st.
I love her.
A clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. That sure is something. Alright, let's... It had to be one of them. But who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives? We'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Now you'll have to choose 3 things you like. Each like is tied to one or several romance options. Your likes will soft lock you into some romances you'll encounter more often. You can correct this soft lock by meeting other romantic interests in the food court, which you will see later. After the likes phase, you'll be asked to choose a top 3 within a category. You'll choose your first, second, and third favorite option in descending order. This will shape your starting stats. Alright. 3 things I like. We've got anime eyes, kawaii cereal mascots, strategies and tricks for claw machines. I don't even know how to say that.
Dakimakuras?
Maybe. Dakimakuras against loneliness. Tier lists for everything. Okay, incredibly nuanced villains. I'm not even reading. That's going in. Comics where the hero always wins. Cosplay as foreplay. Heavy metal idols. Step on me. Forming a cult for the lols. PhD on ship dynamics. Alright, what's the other one? I like comics, but I think this answer is focusing more on the part where the hero always wins, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm between tier lists for everything and strategies and tricks for claw machines.
Both are good.
Both are good. I'm gonna say tier lists. Alright. Same options. What are yours?
I think I gotta pick claw machines.
Alright.
'Cause claw machines are cool. I think for my other two, I gotta do like cereal mascots and heavy metal idols because that sounds fun.
It
Reminds me
also
of
sounds
baby
like
metal.
April. Choose your top 3 favorite magical girl tropes. Okay. No descriptions, just
vibes.
vibes, basically. I always like the blue and purple ones, cause they're usually the most me. And then, you know, I don't watch a lot of magical girl animes. Hold on one
No, me
second.
neither.
That is my button. Okay. So yeah, we've got the feral character. We've got the funny character. We've got the charismatic, usually the leader, and we've got sort of like the plant one. Sorry, but green is always plant. I think we'll go with my shy plant girl, and then we'll go feral. Feral's fun. Alright, same question.
I'm thinking feral's gotta be number 1. I love when cute characters go ape shit. I think the kind of stupid looking yellow one's gotta be second. And then I'll put blue for 3.
We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. Oh my god, don't make us do side quests. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we had decided to take on a project we had been putting off for too long.
I have too many ideas.
Making our own comic! Oh my god, that's what
Aw,
we're doing.
Cute.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. So real. So fucking real. Oh my god. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Oh, we're only allowed 2 genres.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like we'll unlock more later. What genre would we like?
I don't know.
We can flip a coin on it.
We can flip a coin.
Do you have a coin?
Somewhere I do, I think. Where'd my coin go? Where's my special coin?
I don't know. I'll grab my coin.
Oh, I have a spoon. I could flip a spoon. Look, the spoon has a sun on it. Oh, cute.
Alright, I have my fancy coin.
Nice.
Alright, heads is action, tails is romance.
Okay.
Heads it is!
Alright.
The fear of failure had stopped us for too long. But then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
But
Heck
there's
yeah.
too many options.
And now we gotta do voices for everyone.
Oh boy.
Alright, which one would you like to pick?
Can I take Liam?
Go for it. And there's gonna be a fuck ton of characters, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Wait a second, champ.
Yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way.
Think of it like some sort of tutorial.
God knows you could use one of those.
As everyone knows, the main activity of a con is finding love.
This is true. I went to a con recently and that was the only thing on my mind.
Eh.
Yeah, I know, it isn't really. But this is Sky we're talking about. Oh my god, what's that supposed to mean? Look at them. They're probably aiming to get a date at the big con after party.
Ah, yes. The silence speaks volumes.
I will neither confirm nor deny. Well, if you want to get a date, you better get to know the other person and what they look for in a potential partner.
Exactly. Do they share dreams and fears? Are your visions of the world in sync? Are your souls truly compatible?
Too complicated. Let's say someone's personality can be defined through 5 traits: smartness, boldness, creativity, charm, and fun. Let's call them stats. It sounds cooler and more video gamey.
A tad reductive, but let's work with that.
Then you have to ask yourself, is your fun high enough for someone who loves to party? Is your boldness low enough for someone who likes peace and quiet?
Sometimes people are even more ambiguous. Like they may like someone who's just balanced.
The point is, everyone has their standards. Stat standards.
And if by some chance you want to go to the party by yourself,
Which is a totally valid option if that's your jam.
don't think you'll be exempt from managing your stats. You can still fail at it.
You can fail at being alone. My best
Yeah.
guess is that
Trying to be alone and you accidentally get a date anyways.
Imagine. I was going to say that either your charisma is really high or your fun is really low, and then if you go alone, either like you'll be sadly alone or you'll try and be alone and then everyone will swarm you. But I almost kind of want to choose just going to the after party alone to see if I fail that. Almost. There's more stuff to keep in mind, but let's cover that later, okay? There was a panel I wanted to go check out.
Sounds good, and I have to rehearse the next tutorial.
Have fun, Sky! Alright, so, as usual, we've got our options. Our, it's only 5 here. Usually it's 6. 'Cause there's no money!
Oh.
I was wondering what was missing. There's always 6 stats. There's no shop. I mean, there is a shop. There's the vendors. The merch hall. But money isn't a stat in this game, which is interesting. I want to see a very good reason for that, because cons are kind of all about spending a fuck ton of money. And so, like, buying your own merch, buying merch for other people, buying merch for, like, your interest, your romance interest, like, that's a huge aspect. Why is money not a stat? Because that's also a thing, is that, certain characters would reject you if you were too poor.
Yeah, I know that was a thing with Vera, I think.
Yeah. I don't think she was the only one, but that was the main one for her. So where do I want to start? Well, also, let's try and figure out what each of these places do. So we've got the hotel. We've got the main stage. We've got the community zone, the lobby, and the merch hall. I'm gonna try and place all of these before we do any of them.
Okay.
So I think the main stage is going to be creativity.
Interesting. I was thinking it would maybe be boldness.
Maybe. Or charm. Could be a lot. Or fun, even.
It could. Yeah, that's true.
Or if that's where panels are being held, it could be smarts. But I think this is more like, hey, cosplay competition. So probably boldness or creativity for this one. Hotel. I want to say that is smarts. Because that's sort of just like
I could see that.
downtime. And downtime is when we would be working on the comic, supposedly. Let's see. Community zone? Community thing. I'm gonna call that charm. The lobby. The lobby's whatever's left. And then the merch hall, I think, would be fun, probably. So yeah, fun.
Probably.
Smarts. Charm. I think this one is boldness, and then the lobby is creativity.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's go find
I
out.
guess we'll find out, though.
Oh, look at me! Fucking Cult of the Lamb cosplay. Love that. I need to play that game sometime. My roommates have been recommending it a lot.
Yeah, that's really cute.
I love watching all these characters cosplay. This
I've heard
is
it's
about to be
good.
so fun. I'm gonna have a blast. You decide to walk around the lobby, which is the most intimidating activity at a con for anyone who's not a social butterfly. Some random people ask you to take a pic of them. You're forced to push people around to actually move. You even say bless you to someone who sneezed. Look, oh, okay, that's boldness, I guess. Well, now we know. Yeah, +2 boldness, yay. You're exploring the lobby with your friends. When Omen, of course it was gonna be Omen. Like, I'm not into women, but I will seduce Omen because I think she's a cool looking character. I'll try my hand at Omen. I mean, like I said, Zoe's the only character I've ever seduced. I'm not into women, but yeah, but like, we just get along so well. Yeah, so hello, Omen. Oh, okay, you're already Liam. Who's taking Nico? I'll take Nico. Discord, are you okay? Discord dropped again. Discord, please! Please! Discord! I'm howling at the moon. Sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord.
My thing froze for a second, but it's
Discord, whatever
back.
did we do? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Slay. Okay. I'll take Nico.
Nico looks so funny.
I know, right? Mimic who cosplays rather
He's
than
got
shapeshifts.
like a
I
LA
love that.
Noir type fit.
Yeah.
And his box is like a file cabinet. That's so funny.
Yeah. Mimic who cosplays rather than actually shapeshifts. I love that. Yeah.
I love that.
What's this? A cache of money free for the taking? Dibs.
No, Omen. Remember what we've been discussing at the Redemption Arc program? Evil is...
Fun.
Nope.
Ooh, what voice do I give you?
No.
Inevitable in a godless world?
No, Nico. Evil is bad. And stealing is evil.
Lame.
Not fun, Liam.
But this is not even stealing. The wallet was clearly left here for me as a gift from the universe, an apology for all the unfairness it has foisted upon me.
Wrong. Someone clearly lost this wallet. And what do we do when we find a lost wallet?
Apparently, nothing fun like keeping it, so I'm going to, I guess, eat it? Sorry, I went Valley Girl there.
No. We're going to find its owner and give it back.
But that's impossible! There's so many people in this cavernous, sweaty convention center. When you say finding the owner is impossible, I say you're just looking at the clues wrong. No case is uncrackable.
Right. I actually, as much as I love the clown, I'm starting to really like Nico. Nico's funny. Okay.
We just need a good plan. Like...
Yeah, I need a drink.
Ooh, that's your voice. That's like... Blitz from Hell of a Boss. When we're done with this, I'm gonna go through the credits and see everyone.
Oh, yeah.
We should go to a bar, drown our sorrows in alcohol. Probably get into a bar brawl. I can't remember the rest of the steps, but this should eventually lead us to a clue. Yes! I vote for the plan with the bar brawl.
Enough.
No! Sky, help me come up with an actual plan to find the wallet's rightful owner, please.
Oh boy. Okay. So they're giving me two characters. Okay. So the question is, how do I play this? In the sense that, should I be trying to, like, logic it out and think solely about the stats for the characters? Or should I, just answer how I would answer as me and then watch as I fail? I think that's another coin flip one. Because,
Oh damn, I got boldness up the wazoo.
you do. Oh my god.
Why am I so bold?
Probably because your number one, magical girl type was feral.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That has something to do with it. But yeah, I think because that's how I've played these games in the past, like on stream, I just react how I as me would react instead of trying to logic it out, because that's boring. Anyway, options are: write a sad country song about losing your beloved wallet and perform it on the big stage. Whoever cries is probably missing their wallet. We gotta get into the mindset of the person who owns this wallet. Let's all lose our wallets so we can start in the right headspace. I don't know which is worse. I hate both of these. Sorry. You're playing with a very indecisive person, Kendra.
No, it's fine. I'm also indecisive most of the time.
See, I hate country. I hate that genre of music.
I think country can be good depending on who's singing it. Like, I love Dolly Parton, and I love the Chicks, but Luke Bryan also has okay country songs, but, like, the standard, like, I ride a tractor and I hate my bitch of a wife, like, those aren't good songs.
Yeah. God, maybe this is why money isn't a stat. Because if it was, I would select this option and my money would go to 0 instantly.
Yeah.
And I could logic it out. I could say that this is the Nico option, which means this one is probably the Omen option. But Oh, there was a non-binary character in Monster Camp that wasn't Milo. Because we've got Avi the Monster Hunter. And I think, like, she's got a cursed amulet, and the spirit inside that amulet uses they, them pronouns as well.
Oh, nice.
You know, I'm gonna double check that before I start spreading a fuck ton of misinformation. Okay, yes, I am correct about that. And I think the spirit is just called Hex. Yes. Okay. Gonna keep the wiki up just in case. Anyways, God, I hate these options so much already. Does Omen secretly like country? Is that the thing here? Or is that just a bad option either way because my stats suck? Because if you don't have the stats for it, it just fails. Even if it would normally be something they like. Ugh.
I mean, you got good boldness, which
Yeah.
I imagine the top
It would
one
be
is
boldness
bold.
or charm. Yeah. As long as it's not creativity, because if it's creativity, we're fucked. But what if this is smarts? My smarts are also really good. I think we coin flip it. I think. Alright. Heads is country, tails is the other one. Heads! Oh my god, is this thing weighted? I think this thing is weighted, Kendra. I really think it's weighted. I need to get a different coin. Alright, country song.
Say, now there's a Shakespearean solution to our problems. We'll find our missing owner just as Hamlet implicated Claudius.
Sick reference, dude.
Sick reference, dude. We get fucking kicked out of the convention for causing a disturbance.
Game over immediately.
So, instead of violence, we're resorting to theater to solve our problems? You artsy-fartsy types vex me.
I have the perfect cosplay for that.
It is the same voice actor. It is the same. It's not just similar. That's the same fucking voice actor. Yes! Dibs on singing. I have the perfect cosplay. You all write the saddest country song about wallets that's ever been written. Nico sneaks on stage to sing it.
Aww.
I brought a brand new tractor and went to pay the hard-working man. But where my wallet should have been, there was emptiness in my hand.
I love him.
I fell to my knees and cried, "Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I sang Dixie and began to weep. My wallet's in heaven, and I'm in penniless purgatory. A man in the crowd starts crying. Damn, this hits home. I miss my wallet so much. The leathery tact to the hand. The way it looked stuffed with beautiful money. Oh, how dull. What a maudlin bore. We get it. You're poor now. No need to be a baby about it.
Is this your wallet, sir? We found it on the ground earlier.
Oh my god, it worked. Yes, you found her. Dear sweet wallet, come back to me. The guy caresses and kisses. Oh? That's crazy. The guy caresses and kisses the wallet while crying. Okay then. You gained +2 creativity, but lose 2 smarts. Why did I lose smarts? That worked.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
I know the map by heart.
Wait a second. It's time for a new episode of Tutorials with Liam and Zoe.
Yes, we realized we have explained the importance of managing stats, but we didn't cover how to manage them properly.
Exactly. Stats can be managed in a number of ways, but let's cover the most important one.
That'd be experiencing the sort of absurd and exciting adventures that usually take place once you visit a location.
Let's call these experiences events for short.
Normally, during an event, you face a conflict you must solve by choosing between potential solutions. Options, if you will. What you choose will define you as a person. If you choose a smart option, you'll gain smarts.
Yeah, if you choose to punch a bear, that'll be quite bold of you, so you'd gain boldness.
But stats are also lost when choosing an option. Every path not taken is a stat lost.
Which is to say, if you choose the smart option instead of punching the bear, then you'd gain smarts but lose boldness.
Just try not to punch a bear, okay?
So no matter what, we're gonna be losing stuff and it's a matter of balance. Gotcha.
Guess so.
Liam, let Kendra punch a bear if that's who she is as a person.
Yeah, fuck you, Liam. Anyway, there are a few more ways of managing stats, like...
Liam, let's write those down in a manual or something. I really want to go check out those limited figurines I told you about.
True. We can keep giving you tips later, yes? In the meantime, don't get yourself killed.
Alright, Kendra, where would you like to go?
Take me to the main stage.
Alright.
Trying to find clowns. What?
Soft or hard magic system.
Magic system.
World building choices when writing your magical girl story.
Wow.
Panel. Smarts. Okay then. You decide to attend a panel on the merits of soft versus hard magic systems in magical girl fiction. After getting the required dick jokes out of the way, you actually learn a lot of valuable info about world-building mechanics.
Oh.
You gain +2 smarts from all that knowledge and from learning so many new dick jokes.
Hell yeah.
Dude, give me some of
The
them.
smartest boy alive.
I need to expand my repertoire, man.
Should have gone to the main stage.
Should have gone. After a riveting panel about anime titty jiggle physics, you, April, Doug, and Zoe
Yay.
attend a panel being held by some representatives from Twatch.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
I assume you're gonna take April when we get to April.
Sure.
Hello, loyal customers. We have some exciting changes to announce. Starting next week, all Twatch users will have to pay a monthly subscription to use the site. Isn't that exciting?
Boo! Boo!
Wait, don't leave. We haven't even told you that we're adding ad breaks within the ad breaks yet.
Boo!
Yikes.
Shit, this is bad. April, are you okay?
Yeah, of course. This is great news. Additionally, as an affiliate, I can't say anything bad about Twatch or any of its subsidiary companies. Honk honk.
Oh, who's this?
This is a manifestation of one of the emotions you can't show. Or April can't show.
Oh, it's so sad and cute.
Yeah.
I guess I'm her emotions also.
Yeah.
This is it. Streaming's dead. It's dead in the water, just like my dreams and that boy I drowned in first grade.
Oh my god, it's just like Ace Attorney. The clown's a killer. Sorry, spoilers, guys.
No.
Haven't I suffered enough? I'm gonna have to move back in with Mom, and she'll do the mommy's always right juggling routine all night. I can't take it. I just can't.
April, blink twice if you're in danger. She wants to blink so badly. Oh, Doug, we need a voice for you. I'll take Doug.
Okay.
You can just stream on a different website, can't you? I'm sure your fans will follow you anywhere.
Twatch pretty much has a monopoly on online streaming services. People won't abandon it just to watch me.
Yeah!
I will. I'll convince my Discord friends and the guys from the comic book store to do it too. We'll rebuild your fan base in no time. Also, like, I just gotta say, they will absolutely follow you.
Yeah.
They totally would. Like, when Mark revamped his channel, the very, very, very early days, where he had like 1,000 subscribers and it was like, hey guys, I'm sort of starting over at this channel. They all hopped over onto that one. No problem.
Yeah.
And also, like, as long as you're not switching platforms because you got like canceled over something huge, like those guys who go to Kick because they got banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
If you're not like a Kick streamer bad, it's fine. They will totally follow you. Doug's efforts, while sweet, can never recover April's modest streaming empire. There's gotta be another way for her to keep her followers. You'll keep them, April, I promise. Alright. Who needs Twatch? Entertainment is always evolving. From now on, people will go visit their streamers at their homes and watch them live. Watch them live. There's too much fear around losing your audience. Quality over quantity, focus on an audience of one, but really care for that one person. Which one would you like, Kendra?
It's not what I would like, it's what the clown would like.
True. Do you want my input?
Sure.
Or my commentary? I don't think a clown wants strangers showing up to her house. I don't think anyone
That's
wants
kind
that.
of what I was thinking. You know what, Pookie? Only stream for one person, and I'll be the person.
Exactly.
I got your back.
Exactly. Locking it in.
Works for me.
Of course, losing subscribers is always stressful. Stressful. But the important thing is to keep at least one very good subscriber. And so, you all head to the home of one of April's subscribers.
Oh, so we're going to their house.
Oh, you have an icon. You're not the narrator. You have an icon. Whoa, April 1st?
April 1st.
Oh, that's crazy.
April 1st, your favorite clown!
Oh my god, it's Rainbow.
The one and only. You've just been promoted to my most very good subscriber. You'll be my audience of one from now on. The honor is all yours.
We both did the voice. So
We
who's-
both did the
who's doing
voice.
it now?
Do
Do we want to both do it again?
but then it's not one subscriber, Kenja.
Maybe they have two heads. It's still one guy.
I do not want to get into fantasy logistics. You just take them.
Okay. Oh, that's cool, I guess. You want to come in? I was just playing some games.
Perfect. I can do a gaming stream. Show me your setup.
April's most very good subscriber shows you all his computer. April sits down and plays Minecraft for a while.
Hey, April? Is it my turn to play?
Oh, she's too focused on the game to read chat right now. The best way to make sure she sees your comment is to pay $3 to highlight it. Do you have $3? The writers, they were cooking. The writers have been cooking on this game. Oh my god. Actually, it cost $3 back when April had a ton of subs. Now that she's got an audience of 1, she should charge, $800 to highlight comments.
Good thinking.
Good point. Can you give me $800? Then, as April's moderator, I'll pass your comment directly to her and make sure she replies to you.
I want you all to get out of my house.
Okay, we'll tell April. That'll be $800, please. It's a long ride back to the con. Cheer up, April. He clearly just wasn't the right subscriber to become your one subscriber.
Yeah, especially considering he unsubscribed.
Don't worry, April. I'll never unsubscribe to you. If you only have one fan, I'll be that fan. And if you have no fans, I must be dead.
Excuse me, that's my job, Doug.
You're the
Back off.
best!
Aw, you're the best, Doug.
April
He's taking my spot.
Oof. April will always have you and your friends in her corner. Plus, she still made $800.
Let's go.
You gain 2 charm but lose 2 fun. Okay, that is a noticeable difference from the other games, is that you're always gonna gain 2 and lose 2 from any interaction.
Yeah.
Because the previous games, you would sort of just like catch yourself in a really bad cycle sometimes, where it was not always guaranteed that you would gain something, it was not always guaranteed that you would lose something. And if you didn't have the stats for it and failed the encounter, then you would lose more of that stat and you just kept sinking. The hole just kept getting deeper, which yeah, that was a struggle to get around. I know that fucked me over once or twice. But now, Just a constant trading of 2 and 2. That's okay. That's reasonable. Cause like gaining something and losing nothing, that's always fun. But then losing something and getting nothing out of it, that always really sucked. Anyway, that's enough for me.
You sure it's my turn?
It is my turn. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, you're at smarts. I just came from boldness. I want to get my fun up. Where would I go to be fun? I think I would go to the vendors to be fun. Ooh. You find a stand at the merch hall that sells hyper-realistic VR headsets. You buy one immediately. VR is the future. Oh my god, Dragon Heat hit book that's been since the first game.
Yeah, I recognize that title.
Yeah, you could buy Dragon Smut from the shop in all the way back in game 1, and it's been a running bit ever since. You put it on and you see your surroundings. Yep, it's a scam. The headset is basically a football helmet and a pair of glasses.
Damn.
So unrealistic, I would never. No refunds allowed, but the headset looks good on you. Like, an extra 2 charm good. Okay, so shop is charm. Which is interesting, not what I would have expected. I don't need more charm, goddammit.
You're so charming.
Thank you. Afterward, you're checking out the video game showcase with Liam, Omen, and April. You pass a jolly indie dev who waves you down.
Oh, they're a Kappa. That's cute.
Hello, do you have 20 minutes to try out my new game? I'd appreciate your feedback.
Classic Liam.
Of course. Finally, someone who appreciates the quality of Liam DeLioncourt's feedback.
Uh-oh. Those words have never led to good feedback. But it's too late. You're all playing the demo.
Liam, when you explained these video games to me the other day, didn't you say they're supposed to be fun?
Well, Omen, to be exact, video games can also be art, but this one is neither fun nor art.
Damn.
Guys, chill. We're probably just not the target audience. Why does it look like that? Clearly, this game was made to appeal to people with no taste.
It's a balloon animal monkey with a fedora.
That's so funny.
I think that says everything it needs to say.
Was there anything specific that you think could be improved?
Pathetic. Yes, the game.
I mean, it's not your fault. There are some aspects of the game that need polishing. You should hire new people in some departments.
But I did everything. I'm a solo dev.
Huh. What if you hired an actual team while you tried a new position? You could be the studio's janitor.
April, are you sure? Janitors are supposed to be good at identifying garbage when it's in front of them.
Damn.
Damn, they are just dragging him. The poor dev is not having the best time. It's times like these when you remember that your friends are, how to put it, the fucking worst. You should step in and say something that's actually constructive before the dev's self-confidence is completely shattered. Compliment the dev on his shoes so intensely and for so long that he forgets you were talking about his video game to begin with. Or, if backhanded compliments feel bad, maybe you could just twist your friend's words to sound like some sort of backhanded trashing that actually feels okay? I think I'm gonna go with the shoes.
I like your shoelaces.
Hey, I love your shoes, dude. They really bring out your shins.
Indeed, I myself am not a fan of high-top sneakers, but on you they look like shoes.
That's nice of you to say, I think. So, about the game.
Honk honk! And just look how big your shoes are. Are you part clown? Honk honk.
Thanks, I guess, but we should really get back to the... I also love the color of your shoelaces. I think I saw
Oh my god.
the president wearing the same ones. Oh, thanks. I thought the traffic cone orange was really fashionable.
It's like I've always said, shoelaces make or break the outfit, and possibly your fall.
What is everyone on about? Those shoes are hideous. Oh man, we're trying to be nice here. Say something positive about the shoes.
Just why?
Why? They're ugly shoes. Were you not the ones telling me that lying is evil and wrong? Shit. Well, this has been fun. Goodbye. Good luck with your game. And don't lose the shoes. They're keepers. Oh, okay, never mind. Forget everything I said after the last, event. You look back to see the dev smiling at his shoes. Success! Probably. You gain 2 charm. So maybe it is just gonna be like the others and forget everything I fucking said. Oh my god. But getting stuck in one of those loops of like, you want to do this thing, but you don't have the stats for it, and then it takes more of that stat, so you're just even lower than you were before. It can be a nasty cycle.
Yeah.
However, your friends later gift you those same shoes. It's nice that they remembered how much you liked them, but god, they're ugly shoes. Oh, never mind, they just spaced it out. I'm dumb. I take back my previous rescinding of my previous statement. -2 creativity.
Let's stick to the schedule.
Alright.
I'm thinking I gotta go community zone.
Community zone. Alright. You attend a workshop at the community zone. A renowned hairstylist is teaching the top 5 anime hairstyles to hide your bald spot.
Hell yeah.
You thought the Sailor Moon fringe would look good on you, but the Yu-Gi-Oh! Star shape takes the cake. It needs a metric ton of hair gel, but it really brings out your features. Man, you can't wait to be bald. You gain 2 fun and 1 amazing hairstyle. Okay, so community zone is fun. Good to know. You and your friends are checking out the community zone when you stumble upon an indie board game showcase.
Wow.
Wow, there are so many games. I can't believe we didn't get to try these. I can't believe that we do get to try these before anyone else.
Yes, but be wary, Doug. If you even look at any of these game devs in the eye, they'll try to trap you in their sales pitch.
Ooh, he looks kind of fine. Hey there. You think you're smart enough to understand my Euro game?
Don't be ridiculous.
Of course I am. What an ignorant insinuation. Show me this Euro game of yours. Liam, didn't you just say? All rules have necessary exceptions, April. This won't take long.
3 hours later.
Huh?
So, okay. I can discard up to 3 plasma cubes to get a plasma homunculus, but only if I built a cube merger last turn. Do I do this before or after the harvest phase?
during the harvest phase, and only if no other player has a proto-alchemist on the sulfur tile. Doug, do we need to review section 12H of the rules again?
This is as bad as magic, if not worse. Say that because all of my roommates are into magic and they keep trying to get me into it, and I refuse because it's like I'm as confused as Doug is. I can't wrap my head around it. Just it hurts my brain.
I think we've read section 12H enough times already, no? No more rules! I can't take it anymore! If I have to memorize another rule, I'm gonna start eating drywall!
April's right. This game sucks, and you're ready to go. You ask how much more time this will take. Oh, what time is it anyway? Hours are measured by how much fun you've had living them.
Don't worry, Kendra. The con's open until midnight.
It's 10 p.m.
I don't know how to do that.
There you go. There must be a way to end this game and get all of you, yes, even Liam, out of here. Eat several game pieces so you can call a food safety inspector to ban the game from being a choking hazard. Or yell, I win really convincingly. Take your pick.
These are both such good options.
They are.
You know what? I feel like I have enough charm that I could be very convincing if I said I win.
Oh, you've got a lot of charm.
I
Alright,
feel
lock in
very
again.
charming. I think I win the game. I win! No. Yes, I do. Check it out. I won.
You gestured dramatically at a random point on the board, hoping sheer confidence will win the day.
Nope.
Except you didn't.
I don't know, maybe she did? Kendra's got 15 plasma cubes. That's a lot of plasma cubes, right?
That's enough plasma cubes to win.
Exactly. I gotta be honest, I really don't understand this game.
Womp womp. Boo-hoo! Kendra won and now we have to stop playing. So sad. Bye! I'm quite sure she didn't win. I'm so much surer that she did! April, I just want you to consider that maybe you haven't completely grasped the rules of the game. Entertain the idea that you might be wrong here.
Entertain the idea that I don't fucking care.
I'm entertaining the idea of cracking your skull open with a hammer.
Anyway.
Sorry. I guess I'm a bit of a sore loser. Cause, you know, I lost. We all did. To Kendra. The match is over.
This all went way over my head, guys. Wanna play again? Maybe I'll grasp the rules better this time.
No!
April flips the table while politely laughing. She then drags you three to the nearest food stand. Oh, not very bold. You lost your boldness.
I'm so charming.
You are so charming. Yeah. She stuffs hot dogs in your mouth to shut you up. I want
That's
someone to
awesome.
stuff a
I
hot
love
dog
hot
in my
dogs.
mouth.
Hot dogs are so good. I want to eat a hot dog really bad.
Let's trade places. Choose a celebrity. Say your choice out loud to the other players before advancing.
Does Barack Obama count as a celebrity?
We'll count it.
Okay.
I'm too lazy
Then I
to
pick
argue it.
Obama.
I will choose Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Place order is decided based on how mind-blowing it would be if Kendra reveals they ended on a 2-day bender with the celebrity. And, okay. So would it be crazier if you were chilling with Barack Obama or Taylor Swift?
Here's the thing. I think I could if I was texting Barack Obama, I feel like that wouldn't be as crazy as texting Taylor Swift. However, the 2-day bender part is way more surprising for Obama, I feel.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'm
food
undead
courts.
tired.
Oh, I forgot. Hi,
He has a
narrator.
body? What the hell?
He does have a body. In fact, even all the way back in game 1, you can romance him. There's a way to do it. I just can't remember
Wait,
how.
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some sort of like secret moves you pull. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but you can romance the narrator as far back as the first game.
Awesome.
Welcome to the food court. You'll be visiting this place twice per turn. Or per run. Not per turn, jeez. And yes, this tutorial will be delivered by me, the narrator.
Yeah.
Tutorials explained by characters are fun and immersive, but as the narrator, I have the power to go straight to the point. For example, I can just tell you that by pressing tab, you can access useful info. Or you can consult the dialogue history by pressing H or mouse wheel up. Crazy, it works.
Wow.
Cool, huh? Anyhow, back to the food court. Food court turns are all about getting to know the one person you want to take to the con after party, even if that means getting to know yourself. There are 5 tables you can choose from. 3 of the tables are populated by the 6 romance options in pairs. One of the tables lets you call one of several guests, who are essentially alternative date options. Finally, there's a table for you to sit alone. These tables are tied to their own mechanics. As usual, our jam is obscuring said mechanics a bit, so you can focus on the narrative side of this experience. By playing, you can slowly but steadily learn how everything works. But if that's not your style, we've added helpful explanations of everything in the manual. Feel free to check it out. Just keep in mind that each table only allows for 1 player. Now, go choose a seat. Alright, I assume you want to sit with April?
Of course I do.
Who do you want to talk to?
April!
Yeah. So, you want to go on a date, huh? As we've said, these mechanics are covered in the manual, but there's one little thing we want to cover here. You will see some peppers on the different dates. They're sort of spicy meters. This is like declaring your preference of spiciness when you're pursuing a date. It doesn't affect the date itself, but the ending you'll get if you succeed. We could have some raunchy fucking endings.
Interesting.
The art might be the same, but the narrative won't. 0 peppers will make the ending more platonic. 1 and 2 peppers will make the ending somewhere between romantic and suggestive. 3 peppers will make the ending definitely naughty. Just keep in mind that choosing a low amount of peppers won't affect the content of secret endings, which might be naughty. Now you're truly prepared to go on your first date.
Ooh, what the? Okay.
What do you want to do, Kendra?
I'll go for a walk.
Alright. You and April go on a lovely stroll through the park.
So cute.
That is so cute. April tells you all about her dream to become a world-famous idol and how she plans to achieve it. Not to be outdone, you tell her about a dream you had last night, where you grew spaghetti for hair. Maybe someday you can achieve your dream too.
Do they do spaghetti hair transplants in Turkey? Time to find out.
I guess I could sit for a while.
I think I'm gonna commit to Omen.
Word.
Board game night, watch a movie, or go out to dinner. How spicy do I want to get? How spicy do I want it? I'll do the one pepper. You and Omen have a great game night. You play Settlers of Catan. Omen likes the conquest aspect and immediately goes for the largest army points. By the end of the game, she's acquired 98 knight cards. How? There aren't even that many knight cards in the deck. You still win, because Omen didn't bother building any settlements or cities. But she insists that her army overtakes your pathetic hippie commune, making her the true winner. Whatever floats her boat. Day 2.
Time for a brainstorm.
Ooh.
Alright, the comic bit. It's time to work on the comic.
As your creative mentors, we've prepared very original questions that will spur extraordinary ideas.
We've written 2 per day.
You're welcome.
Once the exercise is done, you might see no comic. Just yet.
But you will have to trust the process, Kendra. Your efforts will come to fruition by the end of the con.
Totally. How you choose the exercises. How you choose to answer the exercises, yeah. My brain was just slow. Will impact the script of the resulting comic. I recommend that you remember, or even take note of, every option you choose during this exercise to better savor its impact once we see the resulting comic.
And there's more to these exercises. All these choices will shape you as a person.
Which is to say, they'll affect your stats.
You'll feel these changes each time you solve one of the exercises. And there's one last thing I love about creative work. When several people collaborate, it changes them all as a group.
It sure does. That's right. My personal advice is that even if one person is answering an exercise, the whole group should discuss it. To be clear, you'll gain a lot of the stat tied to the chosen option, but you'll lose the stats tied to the options not chosen. And these stats will equally affect all players.
Shush that voice, it's breaking the immersion. Ugh.
No, that was very much needed for...
Yeah.
I'm glad they're self-aware, because if they had not come in with something like that, it would not have been immediately clear. And we would have fucked ourselves. Anyway, enough procrastinating.
Zoe is right. It's time to work on your craft. Hold this pencil and let the mind wander.
Love isn't the only thing you're chasing at this con. You've also got a comic to finish. Time to brainstorm. What's something that stirs fear into your soul? The ghosts of all the big surreal artists of the early 20th century. Math. Wolves with guns for legs. Wolves with big, menacing dogs. Kendra, which one scares you the most?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like math, but
I hate math
bottom
too.
right is also scary to me. I don't want to see that. I would hang out with ghosts of big surreal artists of the early 20th century. I'd have a discussion with them.
Yeah, I am with you. It's between math and wolves with big dicks.
Shall we flip a coin?
Yes.
I'm not sure which is scarier.
Alright. Heads is math. Wolves is the other one. Oh my god. My weighted coin actually flipped tails.
Oh!
So
Looks
we're
like
scared.
wolves are scarier.
Yeah.
This can't be that hard.
What did we lose there?
I don't know.
I think it was creativity,
Think?
but we got fun. We increased fun a
Yeah.
lot, which is good because I needed fun. Or maybe it was smarts. My smarts is looking low. Lower than it was.
Maybe?
But I couldn't see with just that blast. Oh no, wait. Those are your stats, not my stats. We definitely lost creativity.
Oh. Yeah.
Right. What's something you do to impress everyone at your wedding? Reveal your most niche fetish in painful detail. Compliment everyone's hats. Kill a walrus with your bare hands, just because. Solve the Hodge conjecture, a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry.
I mean, that would definitely impress some people.
That would impress people. And based on the fact that we don't fear math.
This is true. Math isn't scary anymore.
Locking it in. This is gonna up our smarts. What's it gonna take away? It took away our fun. So, our fun is not changed.
Finally, my turn.
Stop right there. This is the stat police. We're here to give you the rest, we're here to test you on your stat knowledge. Memorize your numbers, just in case. They like doing that sometimes.
Oh, hang on. Memorizing, aka taking a picture.
You're so real for that.
I have my picture. I know my stats for the rest of all time.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a text from my father.
Ooh.
Okay, he's just pissed off about stuff that doesn't pertain to me because I don't live there. Just kidding! Oh my god, Zoe. Why did you do that to us? Zoe and Liam, renowned creators, verified hot people, and knowledgeable tutorial dispensers.
We thought we've been giving Kendra all these exquisite tips on how to manage stats, but how easy is it to know which option ties to which stat?
Yeah, some options will be easy to interpret, like how punching a bear feels like a very bold thing to do.
But some will be quite a bit more nuanced, and it might be harder to tie them to a stat.
Do the people behind Monster Prom have a merch store, and are they selling Zoe's sweatshirt?
Maybe. There's a train going by my house.
I can hear it.
Damn, that was a short train. It's already gone. What the hell?
I'll look into it later. It's not something I can find within like 30 seconds, so... Oh well. Which is why we've written all the specifics to every stat in a manual for you to check. Which will be available within the Customize menu.
So even if an option might not feel tied to a specific stat or even more than one,
You just gotta take your time. Try to analyze what's the biggest clue within the option and which stat relates to that specific clue.
Or you know what? Just ignore stats and choose whichever option feels more interesting to you. Live, fail, have fun.
I must agree with Zoe here. Just try not to fail too much.
Meh. Let's go play some DDR and see if you fail too much.
Let's go, but don't be surprised if you're disappointed.
See you around, Kendra. Alright. Day 2.
I want to go to the lobby so I can see Vicky's outfit.
Lobby it is. Oh my god.
Of course, the screen share freezes at this exact moment, so I don't even get to see it. What the hell, game?
What
This
the
is so
hell,
effed up.
game?
Oh, it's so cute!
Walking around the lobby, you see a kid tripping over and scratching his knees. Stupid kids, when will they learn? Still, you decide to take pity on him. You don't know how to comfort a child, so you just pat his head and say, "You have no enemies." You leave, proud of your words of wisdom. He doesn't stop crying, but you gain 2 boldness for how cool you looked inside your head. Later, you and your friends are doing the modern equivalent of socializing, sitting around, silently scrolling on your phones, when a new phone gets shoved in your face. Are we alive? Kendra!
There it is. What? Who is that?
Let's find out. Yo, it's your boy Riz,
His name is
live
Riz?
at SpookyCon. I'm here with the famous idol and my future ex-wife, April 1st. That's a lot. That's a lot to open with.
Golly.
April, babe, want to give a shout out to my 3.6 million fans? Don't be shy.
Sorry, but no.
Sorry, but I can't appear on unmoderated streams without my agency's approval.
Don't worry, I got my boy, Fat Nuts Nation, moderating chat right now. He says he wants to see your honkers. Can you give us a honk honk? Come on.
Not complaining, but
Mr. Riz, was it? Sorry, but you're kind of sitting on my chair, and also my body. Dude, what? I thought you were just a really sticky beanbag chair. Anyway, I'm guessing you've got, what, 15 subscribers at best? What? No, I don't stream. I don't have any subscribers. Then make like a chair and shut the fuck up, alright? The hot people are talking.
I hope Riz gets hit by a bus.
Me too.
Someone give me a knife.
Here's a bus for ya. Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say that this man's vibes are atrocious. Can I stab him?
No, Omen, you can't solve all your problems with stabbing.
Yes, you can.
And
You should stab
solve
him.
This one with stabbing.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, come on, let's stab him. Stabbing's fun for all ages. Not true. Stabbing should only be performed with a responsible adult. Look, he's a banshee, which is a type of ghost. Stabbing him wouldn't even harm him. This is a great teachable moment for Omen, everyone. How can we solve this problem without stabbing?
So stabbing him is officially off the table? Damn. Better think of some other way to get the streamer to go away.
use the bigger streamer repellent, Liam reading freeform poetry. Or, borrow Omen's knife, stab it with another knife. Omen's knife will die and become a ghost knife. Proceed to ghost stab the banshee.
I gotta go with the top one. It would be so boring, it would ruin his stream.
Alright. Personally, I would have gone with the bottom one.
So authentic.
The bottom one is way funnier, but I feel the first one is so effective.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, freeform poetry, the bad boy of poetry. So daring that it can't fit the rigid mold of the status quo. No one subscribe to listen to freeform poetry.
Liam starts reading a freeform poem about yogurt in front of the streamer's phone. You're pretty sure it can't and shouldn't be considered poetry, but it surely changes the way you look at yogurt, so Liam's got you there. Dude, will you shut up? Are you trying to get me demonetized or something? I need to know what this poem is.
Yes, lose all of your money.
Huh. If you got into freeform poetry for the money, you got into it for the wrong reasons.
I never got into freeform poetry!
And that was your first mistake.
Wow, Liam, you actually got him to leave. You were right about art causing strong emotion.
Whatever.
Yeah, annoyance, the most emotion of them all. Ignore that. Thanks, Liam. I appreciate you putting yourself at risk for me, I think is all that it says, maybe. I can't tell. Oh, by doing that live on camera. What can I say? Liam de Lioncourt is the enfant terrible of freeform poetry.
I still don't understand how that was better than just stabbing him. +2 creativity, but lost 2 boldness.
But I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared. Okay. The only one we haven't hit on is here, which I guess means this is creativity.
1 second.
Comment your favorite Monster Prom character down below. You get an ice cream cone at a food stand. Damn, you ate it too fast. Brain freeze! You feel like you can't move. You stand still for what seems like ages. The entire con passes in front of you. You imagine everything you'll miss out on now that you're forever frozen. Suddenly the brain freeze passes. After such a traumatic experience, your neural pathways have been changed forever. +2 creativity. You back, Kendra?
Yeah.
Slay. After you've napped, showered, and finally gotten that stubborn cosplay piece to stay in place, it's time for you and your friends to return to the con. I love how Nico keeps changing.
Shit, where did I leave the room key? Huh?
I love how Nico keeps changing.
Oh yeah. Nico, have you seen it?
A riddle for you.
Perhaps, but it's my wizardly duty to pose a challenge to thee. If you want the key, answer my riddles 3.
What? No, if you know where the key is, just tell me.
Here's your first riddle, and trust I am no fooler. What is the difference between a jailer and a jeweler? I know. One is a jailer and one is a jeweler. You know, at times I'm so intelligent, I astound even myself.
Please, stop.
I really don't have time for this. Just tell me where the key is so we can leave.
They just said that they cannot tell you the key's location until you answer their riddles. Are you obtuse on
Obstinate?
purpose, Liam? Or just stupid? You forfeit... You forfeit riddle 1. Here is the second of the 3. What needle has an eye, but cannot see? A needle?
All of them?
Yeah.
Ah!
Crap, I accidentally gave away the answer. That one doesn't count.
Okay, Nico, I've got a riddle for you. How far did the mimic have to push the vampire until the mimic lost all their blood?
Dang, that's a good one. Can I buy a vowel? As funny as it is to rile Liam up, you don't want him to add Nico to his liquid diet. You need to get Nico to tell him where the key is. Challenge Nico to a riddle off. That's definitely smarts. If they can't answer your riddles either, they will have to relinquish the keys to the superior riddler. Call Nico's bluff. They have no idea what the answers to their own riddles are, so answer whatever. I'm just gonna answer whatever. Nico, you've challenged the rest, but can you prove to me that your riddles are the best? Surely you jest. Here's your first test. I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? A mime shitting in an invisible bucket. A little weird, but it sounds right to me. This next one won't be so easy. 2 mayors of Monstropolis had the same parents, but were not brothers. How can this be possible? They're sisters.
Yeah.
Easy, incest.
What the hell?
Kendra.
There it is. That makes no sense. Incestuous brothers would still be brothers. Also, ew.
Correct again. But will you win in the end? What number am I thinking of now? And how?
not even a riddle. You can't just make any question a riddle by asking it in rhyme.
You're not thinking about a number, you're thinking about how itchy that fake beard is. Nico freezes mid-beard scratch. Give you a long, slow, one-person round of applause.
Now you're talking.
Well done, Sky. You've earned the room key and my respect. But here's my secret. The key was inside you all along. Oh, my bad. My bad. I should have checked up my asshole. Forgot to check there.
That makes even less sense than your dumb riddles.
Actually, I made Sky swallow the key while they were sleeping yesterday. So who looks dumb now?
Seriously? I still need the key before we can leave.
In due time, my impatient pupil. All doors eventually open. Oh my god. I no longer like Nico. I've been violated. We're talking about butts, aren't we? Got boldness, lost smarts for that. That makes sense. Hate that. Alright, take your pick.
I'm thinking community zone.
You attend an
Welcome
indie tabletop game showcase and get pulled into a Euro game based around the classic party game Never Have I Ever. It's like the original game, but there are different point values assigned to the severity of your admissions. There's also sudden death rules, a phone a friend mechanic, and a robber somehow. 2 hours later, you've decided that never will you ever play this game again, but you got +2 fun. Doug invited you to a competitive tarot card reading event this afternoon. Oh, card trading, not reading, sorry.
Oh.
You brought Omen and April along in hopes they can provide some, bartering muscle.
Golly.
Wow, this is a bit overwhelming. I don't even know who to trade with first. I sure hope no one scams me. That's asking to get scammed, Doug. You can take this one.
Good day, my friend. I see you have a tarot reverse card. I will trade you a pride card for it.
I don't know. Reverse cards are pretty rare, and prides are kinda weak.
Pride was weak before last September's expansion. Now they've countered all its debuffs, and Pride's all the rage.
Oh yeah, last September's expansion. I'm definitely up to date on that. Okay, I'll trade you my reverse for it.
Perfect, bye.
Am I misunderstanding this bizarre situation, or did we just get scammed?
Yes.
Fear not, pathetic mortals.
I thought so. Worry not, Doug. Auntie Omen will fix it. Where did I put my stabbing knife?
No, don't stab him! Haha, yes! An insulin overdose is much harder to convict. Jab him with this EpiPen!
April, my dear, I love the way you pretend not to think. I don't think murdering him would be very good sportsmanship. Well, he scammed you, so he doesn't have good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Maybe you could teach me to be a more confident barterer instead. You three never seem to back down from a challenge. That's certainly true, and you're not gonna start today. What could Doug do to improve his bartering game? Clear communication is key. Just ask, are you scamming me? Just out of curiosity. Enroll in university to get a bachelor's degree in international trade. It has the word trade in it, so that should work.
Huh. The idea of getting a bachelor's degree in international trade is very funny for it. But I also want to know how people would react if they just said, "Are you scamming me?"
So what
You know
it
what?
be?
Bachelor's degree. Let's do it. Enroll. Get 4 years.
Before you can stop and consider all the student debt you're about to earn, you and your friends are whisked off to college.
Oh no.
So thank you all for enrolling in International Trade 101. With my lecture finished, I can answer any questions you may still have. I've got one. If someone offered you a pride card in exchange for a tarot reverse, would you consider it to be a fair trade? What? Surely you know that has nothing to do with international trade.
Don't know that.
Oh, of course, sorry. Let's say the person offering a pride card was from Norway. Would that be a fair international trade? Does anyone have a question that's actually about international trade?
Oh. Well, since we're here, how much TNT could one import into this country without alerting national security?
That's oddly specific.
It's just a fun hypothetical. Don't think too much about it. Honk honk.
Pathetic.
So you won't answer the question about cards. You won't answer the question about explosives. Do you know anything about international trade, old man? Did anyone else enroll in this class expecting to learn about trading cards? Around a third of the class raises their hands. Fuck my life. The teacher ends class, so you don't get answers. But the confidence of having attended an international trade class once makes Doug a much better barterer. I mean, it doesn't actually make him any better at trading, but he thinks he is, and it's the thought that counts. +2 smarts, -2 charm.
My turn? Really?
Alright, I need... you took fun. I can't believe you took fun. I was already at the hotel. Smarts, fun, bold. This one was charm. And then I already took creativity. I'm so low. I'm so low. Solo leveling.
Solo is what I say when I'm playing the Xbox 360 Just Dance that's Star Wars themed, and they play the song that says, "I'm Han Solo."
Okay, my charm is really, really good. We'll go smarts, I guess. Game post-mortem, domino. You sit down to watch a post-mortem discussion of the game Domino. You learn that the first iteration had no pieces at all, which made playing quite difficult. The 7th iteration added the crucial rule that forbids eating your own pieces.
Damn.
An hour later, you know more about Domino than anyone in your age group, which actually isn't that hard, but still, +2 smarts for you. Afterwards, you join Zoe, Omen, and April to see a Q&A with one of the top 3D modelers in the video game industry.
Oh,
They're a Gorgon!
looks so cute.
Yeah. You wanna take the extra? Oh. I thought we turned that off. Also, I didn't realize these are where the warnings were.
Oh! Interesting.
But I thought
Okay,
I
that's
turned
cool.
off toilet humor. But, warning, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to take this one?
I can, yeah. I'm trying to think of like a snake voice.
Just drag out the S's.
Hello, everybody.
Systems of every character in the Splash Kaboom franchise.
Ugh.
Did she just say digestive systems? Now I know what you're thinking. Alice, how did you manage to create such realistic, fully functioning organs for my favorite video game characters?
I most assuredly was not thinking that.
Well, there were challenges, for sure. I had to study how Splash's turbo mode would affect the shape and properties of his digestive system. These are important questions.
No, they're not.
Also, since Splash acquires other characters' abilities by eating them, I had to design an unusually large esophagus for him. Of course, that would never work in real life. Your esophagus would never be able to handle eating an entire person.
Mine handled it pretty well the other day when I ate.
Anyway,
A very big pizza, which definitely wasn't a living person.
I can see you're eager to learn more about my process, so I'm going to open the floor to questions.
pick me!
Okay, let's start with you.
Oh my god, that's me. I prepared a list of questions about my favorite character, Pearl the Power Princess, if that's okay.
Of course! I spent 60 full hours modeling Pearl's digestive system, so I'd be happy to answer any questions related to it.
Hard pass.
I think I'll pass my turn to my good friend Sky. I'm sure they have a digestion-related question of some sort. You take the challenge. Ask a question about the digestive system that wows the audience and woos your friends. When Splash Kaboom is hurt, he loses all his coins. Does this mean he somehow stores coins inside of him? And most importantly, which hole do they come out of? Or, I've heard you can read the future by reading the entrails of a sacrificed animal. Can you check my innards and tell me if my job interview next week will go well? I'm gonna do the top one.
Well, when I was working on Splash Kaboom Adventure 4, I decided to take inspiration from real life. So, I swallowed several coins and got hit by a car. I didn't learn much, so 3 months later, when I finally got out of the hospital, I looked for inspiration elsewhere. I asked myself, what if the coins weren't literal coins? Ah, yes, the coins are a metaphor. Splash is losing his value as a hero.
Shut up.
No, I actually realized metaphor is an insult to the craft and that my question was dumb. The workings and byproducts of the digestive system are always literal. There's no place for emotions or nuance in the colon, only poop. And maybe coins, too. So I swallowed a second stack of coins and got hit by another car to see if I could gain a new perspective. And this time it worked.
Genius.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta admire the work ethic.
So, to sum it up, yes, Splash does store the coins inside of him. As for the hole they come out of, now I know, but I will take the answer to the grave. That was a great question. Here, take this.
No, thank you. She winks at you and throws a golden coin. No, thank you. Everyone stares at you. Are they expecting you to eat the coin?
Hey gang, I've got a fun idea. Let's go to the bathrooms and wash our hands 6 or 7 times.
That sounds like a great idea, April. I've never agreed with anything you've said more in your entire life. +2 fun, -2 smarts.
Got your fun up.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
What should I write?
You feel a surge of creative inspiration and rush to work on your comic. What genius will your pen create today? Brainstorm and find out! Why did you choose your current career? I made a bet while I was drunk. Great profits from our prospects for a good dental plan. They gave away a cool t-shirt if you joined or to get laid. Kendra, how'd you choose your current career?
I needed money and they were the only people who replied to any of the applications I put up. But I also did get a cool t-shirt, so...
Nice. But career is like the big thing, not just like a job to pay bills.
That's true.
What are you going to college for?
Well, I am transferring to a community college probably to do...
What are you doing higher education for?
I'm gonna try to become a radiologist technician so I get to do people x-rays because I like looking at bones.
Ooh.
I don't think any of those apply. Maybe good dental.
Maybe. But yeah, I think we just go cool t-shirt. My job also gave me a number of branded
It does
t-shirts.
say current career, not future career.
I guess, yeah. But career and job are usually considered 2 different things. But whatever. T-shirt. Creativity went up.
Brainstorming reanimates my brain.
You hope to never go to prison because of this. Crimes against color theory. Illegal drawings of kissing people. Accidental murder. You want all your murder to be on purpose, preferably. Or stealing someone else's poop, I guess. Well, I know what I want.
I mean, it is true. I don't want to go to prison for crimes against color theory or making drawings of people kissing. I want to do that without going to prison. Illegal drawings of people kissing. I can't. They can't put me in jail because of that.
So many places to go.
Where will you go?
Let's go to the merch hall.
Aw. Let me tell you about birds. You're walking around the merch hall, sipping a cup of coffee. Suddenly, a deluxe box set edition of One Kick Boy, as opposed to One Punch Man, makes you spit out your coffee. Your spit take lands on the box set because you have great aim but very bad luck. The vendor gives you the box set at a discount because after all, it's not mint condition anymore. Your brand new box set and your excellent spitting skills give you 2 charm.
Awesome.
You're roaming around the booth with Zoe, April, and Doug when you spot a booth selling cute plushies and other merchandise. Super kawaii, the signs around it say. Cuteness levels over 9,000. Prepare to bust an ooh-ooh.
Squee!
Okay, my curiosity's piqued. I gotta see how kawaii this shit is. Come on. You all pass more signs as you enter the booth. Not for the faint-hearted senpai. Abandon all hope, ye sussy bakas who enter here. I need these signs.
I want that as a sign that I can put on my door in my house.
Yeah. Like, you know how there are those stupid signs for kids, like, warning, gaming zone, don't bother me or whatever?
Yeah.
We need signs like
Where's
that
abandon all
saying
hope,
these.
ye sussy bakas who enter here.
Dude, we gotta. I'm just gonna. Boop. Just taking me a screenshot. Remember these for later.
I don't know.
This seems sketchy. Are you sure this is safe?
Of course it's safe. It's just a plushie store. Kind of weird marketing tactic, though.
Or it's a genius marketing tactic that makes you want to check it out that much more. Finally, you enter the inner shop.
Talk about L's.
Huh, after all that build-up, this is kinda underwhelming.
Yeah, these plushies are cute, but not shit a rainbow and pass out cute. You haven't seen anything yet, says the vendor smugly. Do you think you can handle my most kawaii product? Only one way to find out. Lay it on us. The vendor pulls out a black box, unlatches the padlock, and shows you the most kawaii shit you've ever seen. Fuck, we fucked up!
No!
No, it's too kawaii. They all collapse, vomiting rainbows and glitter. These levels of kawaii are too dangerous to be viewed with the naked eye. Do something before your friends fall into the cutest comas ever. Kawaii overdose is no different from snake venom, you think. Time to use your survival skills. Suck the kawaii out of your friends' bodies. Or, read the product's label. It was probably made by people under very non-kawaii working conditions. I like those both. Take your pick. Tell me your thoughts about the new game in the comments below. Hello, Kendra, can you hear me? Okay, fine. We love technical difficulties. Can you see?
Ooh. It was made very not kawaii versions.
You cut out really badly. I have no idea what you said.
Not kawaii working conditions. Sweatshops are not kawaii.
You check the label. Sure enough, that's enough information to run a quick search online and yikes.
Look, gang, this product's factory conditions are decidedly not kawaii.
Really? How bad can they be? You show Zoe your phone.
Dang.
Holy shit. Oh no. Do they at least get massages and haircuts paid for by the company? No.
Do they have a gym inside the factory or a leisure spot?
Nope.
Yo.
Tell me they at least have casual Fridays. Nada.
What about weekends? Do they get any weekends?
Zilch.
Holidays? Some sort of insurance? Shoes? What about shoes?
Dang, I was about to ask if they had a breakfast bar, but I'm guessing that's a no too.
I think I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm not vibing with this thing anymore, kawaii or not. Let's check out a different stand.
But without doing deep research this time, please.
Willful ignorance. You and your friends leave this uber cute hellhole, gaining 2 smarts and losing 2 boldness.
But I'm not prepared!
And I am not bold at all anymore.
No, you are not. I am finally gonna go get
He's
some
bold man
fun.
alive.
Dude, my stats were rockin', and then, I had to sacrifice all my other stats to, like, balance out the 2 things I was lacking in. My charm is fucking high as hell.
Yeah.
You have some time to spare, so you decide to enter a Splash Kaboom speedrun competition. Hey, it's that game we were talking about earlier. As you sit down and get ready to crush your rivals, you hear an announcement. The competition is over. Shouldn't have wasted all that time sitting down. Sign up for a slow run competition next time. Oh well. At least you had fun sitting. Later, you sit down and play Wizards and Wyverns with Liam, Omen, April, and Nico.
Good day to you.
Kendra. My ping is so bad, chat. My ping is so bad. We're restarting Discord chat. 1 second. If you were a romanceable character in these games, what stats would you like? Kendra! Kendra! Kendra, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Good, everyone's here. Thank you all for agreeing to be part of my campaign. Prepare to enter my fantasy realm of Lestradia, which could be the setting of my future novel if this all goes well, but no pressure. I'll set the scene. You're in a tavern, looking for information on a warlock that you've heard is trying to cast a curse on this realm. What do?
It's definitely not me, guys, I promise.
Oh, I got a spell just for that.
I think my cunning wizard, Wizzo Cunningham, would have cunningly scanned the tavern for any shady characters. I rolled a 15 on my perception check.
Wizzo spots some shady hooded figures playing dominoes in the corner of the room. They look suspicious, almost as if they know something about...
Dominoes! I know stuff about dominoes, more than you do. Well, let me wow Liam with my domino knowledge from that panel. Oh, Wizzo loves dominoes, and so do I. I joined their game.
Okay. Are you saying... or are you going to talk to them too, as I was saying?
How silly!
Did you see dominoes? Sorry, I had to check my phone so I wasn't paying attention.
As do I. I will destroy you all at this game within a game. Liam, what number must my math rock roll so that I may lay the most intimidating domino? This isn't going well, chat. This isn't going well.
Hell if I know. W.
Discord's resetting again. Discord, come on.
No. W and W doesn't have any rules on how to play dominoes in a campaign.
Which means we can homebrew it ourselves. This is why I love TTRPGs. The only limit is your imagination. Your friends spend the next hour playing dominoes in a W&W campaign. Liam's allowing it, but you can tell he's about to tear his man bun out. Poor guy, maybe you should do something to get everyone refocused on his campaign. Roll sleight of hand to start eating the dominoes without your friends noticing. Except that you can't unhook these idiots. Help Liam redesign his whole campaign to be experienced through high-stakes domino matches. Let's see. I think it's gonna be fun and creativity. We'll go creative. Discord, come on, you can do it. What first got you into Monster Prom? Comment below. Kendra!
Hello.
Oh, this is so bad. But we're trying. We're getting there. We're close. We're on the 3rd day.
Slowly but surely.
I don't know how much you missed, but yeah, Domino's took over the campaign. Not the pizza, the game. Can you see Kendra?
I see.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
I cannot see. It's saying stream failed to start.
Which of the characters do you think most closely relates to you? Comment below. Can you hear me, Kendra? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Last ping 69. Haha, nice.
Nice.
Alright, we're gonna try something different. I'm just gonna share my entire screen. And see if just general screen sharing will... Whoa, look at that. It's my desktop.
Whoa.
The mouse is... Okay. Now... Here's the game. Can you see it?
Wow. I do see it. This is wonderful. You know what? Fine. Suddenly a group of bandits rush into the tavern with swords and dominoes drawn. Roll initiative.
Prepare to die!
Yes, I was waiting for this to get messy. I wield my strongest domino piece. Later.
Bugbear lays down a double blank domino tile, effectively sealing off that path. Wizzo, you lose 10 HP and fall unconscious.
No, you must survive, Wizzo. I command it.
It's too late. I shall not pass this death save. You must succeed where this old wizard could not. Farewell.
We'll try, Wizzo. We'll lay our tiles like our lives depend on it. If only the Reaper would take me instead. I'm not made for high-stakes dominoes.
Even later.
Gag upon your bitter failure.
That was kind of hot. Like, I'm not into women, but even I can admit that was kind of hot. A natural 20. I lay my final tile. Gag upon your bitter failure, Warlock.
Omen wins the domino boss fight. The Warlock has no choice but to dispel his curse on these lands. Good job, everyone.
That was cool.
That was fun! I've never been so invested in something I wasn't being paid to promote before. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. The dominoes thing was annoying at first, but I'm happy you all pushed me in a bold new creative direction. Aw.
I demand that we play another. This time, we shall theme the quest around categories. You have a great time playing games with your friends. You also gain 2 creativity for helping design a campaign around such an innovative concept. You lose 2 fun, though. Tough luck.
Yay!
Alright, Kendra, where to?
You know what? Take me to the hotel. It's the one place I haven't been yet, I think.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're chilling in your hotel room, staring at the ceiling. When you've already memorized the ceiling, you decide to call room service. Room service asks you, "How can I help you?" You tell room service you memorized the ceiling because you were bored. Turns out room service loves your room ceiling. They've memorized it out of boredom too. You talk about it for hours. The convention is enriching and it inspired conversation. The conversation is enriching and inspires you for ceiling themed creative project in the future. To creativity. You, April, and Zoe stop by the hotel room to freshen up. I think that's a typo. And you're surprised to see Doug chatting with someone inside.
Yellow.
Hey everybody, meet my new friend, Pom Pom.
Oh. Oh. I don't think I like Pom Pom.
I don't think I do either.
Do ya gals have the stuff?
Who is this, Doug?
I don't know. I met him outside and he asked if I had the good stuff. I've gotten lots of good stuff at the con, so I said he could come up and check it out. I don't think he was asking to see your vintage comics, bud.
Yeah, the good stuff is usually code for drugs. Or so I've heard, honk honk.
Golly.
Oh, golly. Is that true, new friend?
Yeah, but you just said golly, so I'm guessing you don't have any drugs anyway. It's fine, I've still got some of my own left. Anyone wanna hit the slopes with me?
Haha, yes!
No! Yes, but no.
I don't know.
I don't know if I should. I've never seen a drug in real life before. Only do drugs if you want to, Doug, and even then, only do them in responsible amounts with people you trust. Responsible amounts? That's not my style. We're doing an irreversibly fuck up your life amount. Oh, no drugs for me then. But have fun with that.
No, I fucking hate doing drugs by myself. I'm not leaving until we all get fucked up. Or until I die, whichever comes first.
Yikes, this is a tricky situation. You need to think of something other than drugs to do that'll satisfy this creep enough to make him leave. Hook Doug's new friend on something better than drugs. A 6-book romantasy saga. Or convince him that his true calling in life is to become an astronaut.
I mean, that is a different way to get high, technically.
You're not wrong.
You know what? I don't want to look at Pom Pom. Let's send that motherfucker to space.
Let's send that motherfucker to space. Oh yeah, I can totally see it.
Yeah, you're clearly someone who likes to be higher than outer space, so becoming an astronaut would be a great fit for you, probably.
And you've already got lots of experience wearing a big sweaty suit. Yeah, I guess a career in astronauting could be my calling. It'd make all the other flat Marsers super jealous.
Flat Marser? Do you mean flat earther?
Nah, dude, Earth is round, but anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot. But Mars, that bitch is flat for sure. And one day, when I become an astronaut, I'm blowing the whole conspiracy wide open.
That doesn't really add up.
You know we have satellite images of Mars proving that it's round, right?
This dumbass believes in satellites.
Goodbye! Well, you should definitely go sign up for astronaut school, like right now.
You're right. It's time to stop sitting on my ass and doing ketamine. I've got dreams to achieve. Right after I do a quick bump of ketamine.
You managed to convince Pom Pom to at least do his ketamine outside so he can look at the stars while he does it. He doesn't seem to notice that it's daytime and there are no stars out right now. Truly a great astronaut in the making. You gain 2 charm for convincing him to leave, but lose 2 fun.
My turn? Really?
Alright, where do I wanna go?
My boldness is kinda lacking a little bit. We'll go bold. You're walking around the lobby when suddenly you hear, "Look, it's Sky!" When you turn around, nobody's looking at you. They're looking at somebody else. Somebody who's cosplaying you. When did you get famous? Are you part of a beloved video game franchise? And more importantly, did that guy steal your clothes? There are too many questions in your head right now. Here, you'll need +2 boldness to go on with your life without asking them. You, Liam, and Nico decide to visit Omen and Doug while they get their con volunteer hours assisting at the first aid booth. It's all going smoothly until...
Somebody help me! I can't breathe! I got a gaping chest wound.
Holy moly!
Lay down here, sir. I'll page the on-site doctor right now.
Paging Dr. Nico.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, Dr. Nico can provide some first aid and TV-worthy brooding until the real doc shows up. Let's see this wound. The cosplayer lifts his cardboard armor to reveal his completely uninjured chest.
What's going on here? Is this a prank?
Oh my god, I just realized Omen's hair is in a ponytail.
Aww. No, I'm really hurt. I'm the Shadow Knight and I was fighting an epic battle against the Dark Emperor when he stabbed my lung with the sword of midnight and... Let me stop you right there. Make-believe is fun and all, but this is a real first aid booth for real injuries. Quit wasting our time.
But Liam, cosplay is a serious art form. Sometimes you get so deep into character that it's hard to get back out.
Well, sounds legit.
If this guy got wounded in a cosplay battle, the wound may look fake to you, but it's very real to him. He can feel the pain in his thespian soul.
I have a thespian soul too, but I still know that this is not a real wound.
And we're not real doctors, which makes us qualified to treat it.
Well, I've heard worse.
That makes sense. Kinda. Sadly, the volunteer manager didn't teach us how to do first aid on a wounded soul. Then it's up to you, Sky. Hurry up and treat this cosplayer's fake wound. He could fake bleed out any fake second. His imaginary lungs have been punctured. You'll need a lung donation from his imaginary friend. Treat him by drawing a badass looking scar on him. That's the only reason action heroes fight in the end. To get badass looking scars.
I'll draw him a scar.
I'm in. Getting badass scars is the best reason to get into a fight.
Huh?
I'll draw the scar. What do we think? Some sexy slash wounds over his right nipple?
I don't know. The scar will look more convincing with a good backstory. We did
Someone
the backstory.
give me a knife.
I say there's no scar better than a real scar. Let's just stab him.
No, Omen, give me the knife.
Why? Are you jealous? We can all stab him if you like Bukake style, like Julius Caesar. In the midst of this debate, you take the liberty of grabbing a marker and drawing a badass scar on the cosplayer's chest. Whoa, that's actually perfect. Makes me wish my body was made of a material that could be scarred.
It's true, this scar does have an indelibly badass je ne sais quoi.
Liam, God help me if you shoehorn je ne sais quoi into a sentence one more time. You're a real artist, Sky. Maybe even a scar-artist. Absolutely. One day, I hope to stab someone and leave a scar that's half as cool as this one. You lose 2 fun, but you get 2 creativity. You should be out there stabbing people in the name of art.
Oh yeah.
Everybody make a noise. Any noise. Make a noise for the other players before advancing.
Nice.
Player orders decide based on which noise you least like to hear coming from cars.
I see.
I think mine is more annoying.
Yeah, mine sounds like a pigeon got stuck in the hood. So that's just pop the hood open and let it leave.
Yeah. Ooh, we're back at the
It'll
table.
be nice to get a break.
Welcome back to the food court. I wanted to cover the last 2 important facts about this place. Conversations and guests. The first one is fairly simple. If you sit with the same romance option twice in the same run, you'll bond over a conversation. If you sit alone twice, you'll have some you time to sit and reflect on life and stuff. It's like a conversation, but with yourself. Each playable character has one of these. And what about guests? I wanted to tell you there's 3 things you gotta do if you want to get a date with them. First, you have to meet their date requirements by the end of the run. You'll have clues for what these requirements are when you first greet the guest and they tell you what their type is. Second, you gotta have a fun little date with them to get to know each other better. This is done by calling them a second time when you come back to the food court. Third, remember to choose none of them when you're asked which romance option you want to date at the end of the run. And that'd be all. Now go sit somewhere. Alright. It's a really good thing they didn't put the 2 characters who are romancing at the same table.
I know.
Alright, hello, Omen. What do we want to talk about? Let's get super deep. Easy question. My magic. They took my power, my might. Your arm, too. Ah, yes, true. But losing a hand is losing a hand, while losing all your magic power, it's like losing 100 different hands. Still not cool they took my good hand. She's left-handed!
Oh.
But then she got dismembered, which sucks.
Yeah.
But OMG, twinsies. Note to self. Next time, harness my magic power in my bad hand. What next time would that be? I don't know. Next time. The important thing here is that I can still punch someone into a pulp with one fist. I don't have such alternatives for our magical energy. It confuses me to see someone so mighty like Zoe, who has fortified most of her power willingly. Yeah, she did that, didn't she? Oh my god. Oz's little blush? It's just a wee little blush. That's cute. I know that's just like the emote they put up, but I'm going to pretend that's a callback to how Zoe's the only one I've ever, like, done a successful run with. Zoe, who used to be one of the most powerful entities reality has ever seen, a deity of destruction and despair. I used to dream of attaining the might of an old one, or perhaps to murder one with my bare hands.
Just why?
And what does she do with that? She writes tales of an academy fested with Liams who spend their time kissing each other. Huh. Note to self. Investigate if this is a veiled stratagem by Zoe to bring despair to reality without people noticing. Give it a chance. It really hooks you in once you get to chapter 5. Added note. Research if Sky is too far gone, brainwashed by Zoe's plan for mass despair. Nah, but I think there's something to learn from Zoe here. Life has many things to offer beyond raw power. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe you now get to explore those things.
Fascinating.
Are these things really worthwhile? If Zoe forfeited godlike powers in exchange for them, they must be of great value. I'd say they're priceless, Omen. Oh my god, Oz's blush.
Aww.
Omen asks you to produce a list of at least 10 of these things they can explore. You comply and offer them to help them with it. That's interesting. The pronoun switch up, I don't know if that was just from an earlier script or if Omen uses both or what.
Oh yeah.
Well, Oz's little blush is so cute.
Anyone need hand sanitizer?
Alright, to April.
Ooh, I already know where I'm sitting. I'm sitting with the clown.
What would you like to talk about?
Ooh. I am interested in her contract.
Alright.
Talk about L's.
Oof, the contract. It's a blessing and a curse. The company is truly allowing me to reach new heights as both an idol and an influencer.
Which is a good thing, right?
That's great! It's a great thing. But oh man, the fine print is not that fine.
Girl, did you not read the fine print before you signed? Girl.
Sometimes I feel like I've signed away my ability to just be myself. Now I gotta be the character, the persona, the brand. I gotta mind what topics and vibes and whatnot might be, what might not align with what April 1st should be. Which reminds me, did you know I was a bit of, I was a bit jelly of Zoe when I first met her?
No, I had no idea. Why's that?
There's a girl that, like me, was starting to have a decent fan base, you know? It was refreshing to meet someone in a similar position to mine, and yet it was different. I need to be camera ready 24/7, you know? It can be really exhausting. Zoe? She's like the opposite of camera ready. Huh? She says whatever crosses her mind. What a queen.
She truly has no filter. I love that smile. It's so funny.
It is.
Because I have to put on so many filters that no one ever gets to see my true face.
I get that. If it helps, I'd say your other side does sometimes show a bit through all the branding.
Let's hope the company doesn't notice.
You can't help but realize April is navigating a complicated situation. How much of herself is she willing to give up in exchange for fulfilling her dreams? She's gotta be under some stress, which is why you switched to watching silly Momentagram reels instead of Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can make your time together more peaceful and lighthearted. Oh, we're on day 4. It's almost time.
Boy.
Time for a brainstorm.
It's almost time to find a date, but first, it's almost time to publish your comic. Now's a chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. What's the best way to combat a hangover? Intense poetry slams. Passionately kissing your own hand. 6 years of majoring in biomedical engineering. Or holding a heavy object between your butt cheeks.
Gotta go poetry slams.
Yeah, literal slams. They slam you.
Why is a blank page so intimidating?
If you were a band, what would you name it? Twin Dolphins of Fire, Surgical Eye Removal, Kawaii Eyes Forever, or Anal Beads Sexy Deadly Whiplash? I'm thinking 2 Dolphins of Fire, since there's 2 of us.
Hell yeah.
The last day of the con is here.
Whoa.
Who will be your con love? I choose Omen. Kendra, you choose...
Let's pick Nico. No, obviously April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, the moment of truth. Oh, the comic first. It's time to see how the comic has turned out. Okay, what was the goal we agreed for on these days' work? The cover, the overall plot, and 1 full finished page. Do you remember each of our exercises? Now look what's come of it. Just show me the comic.
Whoa!
Punching Harder. Punching Harder is a comic all about a dangerous world infested with big dong wolves.
No!
Only an organization known as the Slayers of Big Dong Wolves can keep them at bay.
I'm so scared.
But in order to join their ranks, you must prove your worth by passing a ruthless test, winning a fighting tournament. The first part of the test challenges young warriors to solve the Hodge conjecture, a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry. The second part of the test, a fighting tournament. It's always a fighting tournament, duh. Our brave hero, Damien, dreams of joining the ranks. All the odds are stacked against him, but he'll do his best, for he has a strong reason to join. He'll get a cool t-shirt if he joins.
Yes!
There's also Aravi, Damien's rival. She's cool and aloof, but her mysterious demeanor hides a dark past she carries in silence. She has a notebook filled with drawings of Damien kissing her on the mouth.
Back off, Aravi. Damien was my boy in the OG Monster Prom.
I will say, even though like Zoe's the only one I got legitimately, I completely randomly got a Damien secret ending.
Nice. I think the first time I played it, I got the ending where he's like, I love being a hairstylist. And it was very cute.
I have never heard of that one.
Oh, it's so funny. Because he has the whole thing where he like wants to rebel against his gay dads or whatever.
Yeah.
And he loves violence. And then there's just an ending where he's like, I love doing people's hair. And I get to use knives and scissors when I do people's hair. I love it so much. And it's like, it's wholesome. It's very
I've never heard of that. The secret ending I got was where you have an enemies to lovers and he like challenges you to fight behind the Denny's or whatever, and then fighting goes to making out and then you totally fuck.
nice.
But anyway, the rivals to lovers is set up so perfectly with our random prompts. In order to join, they will train under the tutelage of Coach, a powerful old man who retired from the organization years ago. Against all odds, he'll awaken the two warriors' dormant potential via the most unorthodox training, intense poetry slams. Will they pass the exam? Will they join the Slayers of the Big Dong Wolves? Buy the fucking comic to find out. After they both managed to solve the Hodge conjecture, a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry, who would have predicted that Damien and Aravi would face each other at the tournament finals? Looks like today, you'll get a taste of my secret technique, Twin Dolphins of Fire. That actually fits super well.
I don't know anything about Aravi.
She's a little bit of a brat.
Okay.
I may owe you after you saved my life when I went too far with the poetry slams, but I won't hold back, you fuckface.
Rivals turned friends. Friends turned opponents. Damien or Aravi. Who will become a slayer of Big Dong Wolves?
Nice.
The con after party is approaching. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
You finally gather your courage and ask your beloved to go to the con after party with you.
I like this idea.
Yes, I suppose I'm agreeable to going on a date with you. What is the protocol? Do I send you a calling card? Do I need to gain your elder's blessing? You are not already betrothed, are you? I could kill your suitor. It would be an honor, in fact. No, none of that stuff is required anymore. You can just be my date if you want to. How efficient.
I feel a strong
I did it! Yay!
Stab you with
Successful
my
date. Successful date. Look at me go. The after party was a dream come true. It was Owen's first time at a modern party, so you showed her the ropes. She loved the DJ and the open buffet, though there was a bit of an altercation when she tried to take an entire roast of chicken for herself. But still, it was a wonderful night, and Owen genuinely appreciated you showing her this strange new world. And you're happy to do it if it means she'll smile at you like that again.
He's not smiling though.
You finally gather the courage to ask your beloved to go to the con after party with you.
How droll!
Sweating.
Yes! Okay. Sure, I'd love to be your date to the party. But if anyone from my agency sees us, I'm telling them you're a wealthy fan who paid $100 to go out with me, okay? You can send me that $100 in a few weeks. I take cash, check, and cryptocurrency. Honk honk, this'll be fun!
Wanna take off my shoes?
What?
What? I mean, if the feet pics pay the bills.
You know what? That's fair, yeah. Let's get you feet pick money, girl.
Yeah. The after party was amazing. After midnight, April snuck you into the after party. That's only for the con's most famous guests.
Whoa.
You spent the night rubbing elbows with former child stars, washed up Power Rangers, and rival influencers you've never heard of. But mostly you rubbed elbows with April, who kept your arm linked in hers all night long. It's fun being arm candy. There are 34 secret endings. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place. Entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if it said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth that to this day we hold close to our chests. That no matter what we are doing, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel, once again, young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as the years go by, we will always be ready to start.
When you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing like a thief. But you don't have to fear. It won't happen with me. We were meant to trust each other.
This is nice. Who's that?
Brian.
I bid you all welcome to the streamer version of Monster Gun's credit song.
Oh, because I have streamer mode on.
Technically this time I made the other credit song so you can really stream that one.
I will listen to the...
To include this thank you, and I'm charging for both songs, so who am I to say no? Don't be shy, subscribe and like, 'cause when you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing like a thief, but you don't have to fear.
I'm gonna let this play through. Once we're done recording, I'll go play the actual credit song. Because it's a streamer mode right now.
Thanks for playing! Leave us a good review!
Oh, I unlocked a new plotline.
Who the fuck is Sawyer?
I vaguely remember that face. I think they're from the second game? Could be the third. That face is only vaguely familiar to me. New outfit for April. New outfit. New comic genre. New comic genre. Oh, gallery. I'm gonna stop the recording here. Thanks for watching, people. Sorry the stream didn't work. Super excited to have this new game. I will definitely be playing more of it. Maybe not on stream, but like with friends and stuff. Thanks for joining me, Kendra.
Yeah.
don't forget to check out Kendra's channel at Kinda Not Really.
That's me.
And with that, I will see you later, whenever later may be.